What's up, wonderful, amazing, sweet, and lovely people? How you all doing today? Hope you all having an amazing day today. Hope you're not steal your joy. Welcome to my Joyful Life. Today is a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are so amazing, amazing, amazing. How are you guys? Super excited to be here today. I'm wearing a nice dress that I've had for a while now. Y'all, I've been thinking about wearing this on a date with my man, okay? This is a nice, beautiful satin pink dress. Every time I'm thinking about wearing it to go on a date, like a one-on-one date with him without the kids. There's nobody to watch the kids. Whoever we plan to watch the kids would not have the time at the time I want to wear this dress to go on a date. Then whenever we go out, I have to dress up. You know, in a family-oriented way, not a sexy way to go with the kids and we go have a good time. But you know what, today, I decided that I want to wear this dress in this video. You know what I mean? This is a beautiful dress. I like it. And I don't just want to leave it in my closet just rusting away without, you know, wearing it for something. So today I'm wearing this for you guys. I hope you guys like it. Love the dress. Makes me feel good and sexy and gorgeous and amazing. And I love it. You know what I mean? I don't know about y'all, but I love looking good. I love feeling sexy and feeling good in what I am wearing. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for all of your support. You guys are awesome and amazing. I'm saying that more of you guys are watching the videos now. New people actually joining my channel now. I like that. I like the fact that I'm drawing in the right people into my channel now. And the old people who are there, not everybody, some of them who wanted me to remain the same, the place where I was, struggling. As soon as my life changed and things started getting better for me, some people just don't like me anymore because of that. But that's okay. You don't have to stay if you don't like me. If I don't resonate with your energy anymore, it's okay. The one thing that I promised myself, though, is I ain't never going back to how things were. I can't. My life changed for a reason. I used to talk about struggle and pain so much because that was what I was going through. Setbacks, y'all, everything I tried to go after, it felt like I was just waiting to be disappointed each time I wanted something new for myself. Each time I chased or went after or put in the energy to go after something good and better for me. It never worked out. It never did in the past. So all I had to talk about was how I'd been disappointed again, how I'm still waiting, how things are not working. So there are people who are comfortable living their lives in a space where things are not working. Why they just want to talk about it. They live, they breathe, they kiss, they make love with that energy. They just enjoy being victims. I don't. I don't enjoy being a victim. And the reason why I share my story is not because I want to share the story of a victim. Every time I come here and I tell you guys about my struggles and what I'm going to do about them, I share it because I want to be able to encourage those of you who feel like whatever your current situation may be right now is the end. It's not the end. I have shared my failures and my triumphs with you guys and even struggles, telling you guys that you always have the power, you always have a choice in whatever you're facing. You can triumph. You don't have to be in the same place. Life doesn't have to continue in the same old sour cycle that you've been experiencing for so long. I'm living proof that anything can change, that your life can change, that you have to change. In order for things to change on the outside, you have to change the energy. Right? You got to get up. You can't stay stuck. And you have to change your mindset too. Because God is never going to do for you what he can do through you. He's not. And I'm living proof. Y'all, I pray, I fast, I do all of the things that I encourage you guys to do. And I also do certain things that some of you guys are not comfortable enough doing, which is meditating, going within, asking questions, requesting help from your higher self. Because the way God's going to help you may not be the way God helps other people. Because God deals with us on a personal level. And that's the truth. But whatever you're comfortable with in your life, that's exactly what you keep getting. Until you get to a hell no moment where you just come to this point where you say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of the same old happening in my life. I want to change now. Until you get to that point, that breaking point where it becomes too hard, too difficult for you to continue in the same cycle because you want a change so desperately. When you want it so desperately, you're going to get it. And that's the point I came to in my life. That's the point. I was struggling too much. I was suffering too much. It wasn't like I wasn't talented enough. It wasn't like I wasn't educated enough. It wasn't like I was a bad person trying intentionally to hurt other people. No, I pray for people. I wish them well. But I want to succeed too. I want good things to happen in my life as well. But see, I was still going through a cycle. Now, until the energy changed, you know what I mean? Until I went through this process of internal change. Because the way to freedom is the way within. Until I stopped blaming the outside conditions. Until I stopped playing with the image in the mirror and looking at the real source of the problem, which is me. What was going on the inside of me that kept feeding the cycle of the problem that I didn't want to see anymore? What is it what is it that I needed to change to get the life and the result that I wanted? Meditation. Meditation really made an impact on me. But those of us who truly get the transformation and the breakthrough that we want, are those of us who come to a hell no moment. We get tired of complaining. When we get tired of complaining and tired of experiencing the same thing over and over again, we'll do something about it. And you always have the power to do something about your situation. You always do. All right? So I just wanted to prime you guys into what I'll be talking about today. Now, before I go into the next thing I want to talk about today, I want to address something, y'all. The work from home ebook guide that I wrote, okay? So this guide, y'all, I wrote it because I want to help those of you who are thinking about working from home, starting somewhere, learning something new so that you can like transition into a new career, learning to become a business owner, doing it by helping other people build their own business and while you're getting paid. So I'm just showing you guys the steps that I took to come to the point where I'm at right now. Although right now I no longer service for any other person's business, I learned from the years of servicing other people's businesses and having my own business on the platforms I talked about on my ebook, which are Arise platform and Live Ops. Those are the two platforms that I used. So I'm not talking about this. My ebook is not about somebody else's experience. It's about my experience, because I get a lot of questions and a lot of interest in what I have done through the struggles I went through and how I was able to build my business to come to a point where I actually own a travel business. So it was a process that brought me here. I didn't go out there to work out of the home, outside the home. I had young kids to take care of, bills to pay. So I needed to figure something out fast. And I was ready to commit myself. So when I had the opportunity and came to discover that I could work from home, get on my computer, have everything set up, I committed myself. I was dedicated to it. I learned everything I needed to learn to start servicing and earning money to take care of myself. So for those of you who are interested in that, I wrote the ebook for you. In the ebook, I listed the platforms I used, how you can get started, the requirements to get started, the links that would take you to each platform that you can register your business and get started, what each platform requires. It is all listed in the ebook. I just want to make this clear that I'm not hiring. Right now, my business, I am not hiring. Just to get it clear, y'all, I'm not the one who's hiring. I am teaching you guys how to get started working from home using either the Arise platform or the Live Ops platform. And everything you need to get started is listed in my ebook, which is your one-stop shop work from home guide. That's what it's called. So everything is on there. It's a PDF file. In the link in the description box below, when you click on it and you order, I'm going to email you a copy of the book. That's how you get it. You get a PDF version of the book. When you get it and you start going through it, if you want to get started registering on any of the platform you want to, you can just click on the link and get started. If you want to create an LLC, I guide you as to what you need, the process that it takes to create an LLC without spending a lot of money asking somebody to do it for you. You can do it yourself. And I also showed you all of the requirements. It's a breakdown of everything that you need to do. Now, I do offer one-on-one sessions where I can guide you and tell you and give you more information, but that's going to cost you more money. It's like for 30 minutes, you pay $500. Whereas the ebook is $25. With the ebook, if you're somebody who's a self-starter who understands simple English, which I know most of you do, all you got to do is just go through it and follow the instructions and guides, and you're there. And you don't need to spend a ton of money to get the information you need to get started. So it can take anything between 3 to 7 weeks. As soon as you get done with the program and you get through to start receiving live calls. That's when you start making money. In fact, when you get to that point where you do your test calls, your time will be recorded. You'll get paid for that. As time, it requires dedication and energy on your part, right? It takes work, and it's for those people who are willing to put in the work who will get, who will get the benefits, the good benefits that come with working from home and servicing. And then who knows? You never know what other business ideas will come to you while you're servicing other people's business, because that's what happened to me. So that's what I'm trying to teach people, y'all. I'm not trying to hand you anything. Nothing was handed to me. Nothing has ever been handed to me. I've struggled. I've been humiliated, laughed at, mocked at. People have called me names. Some people even called me a loser, because at the point things were not working out for me. But I didn't stay right there. I was still doing things to get out of my situation. But see, they were not. Some people will never be happy with you. Some people will never like you regardless. It doesn't matter. That's why I want to encourage some of you guys who are so hell-bent on getting people to like you and see you to stop. Because you're only wasting your time and your energy. Stop wasting your time. I don't waste my time and my energy on people who will never like me, who will never see me. It is none of my business to try to get them to see me. Y'all, their whole aim is to distract you from something greater. If I had allowed myself to be distracted by all the naysayers, all the negativity, all the lies that were being posted about me on social media, I wouldn't be where I am today, enjoying my life. I would not be here. I would be sour and frustrated. I don't even think I'll be making videos anymore, because they posted all kinds of things online about me to try to bully me. But see, the louder they got, the stronger I became, because I know greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. All right? So I'm not here for everybody, and I know that I'm not meant for everybody, and that's okay. And everybody is not meant for me, and that's okay too. But I will not allow anybody to steal my joy. I will not allow anybody to silence my voice. You guys already know. Even when I was going through the pit of the miry clay and things were really hard for me, my marriage was falling apart, I was going through all kinds of emotional abuse and all kinds of negativity, I still didn't shut up. I still showed up. I was still making my videos. Times when I should have hidden myself, I didn't hide, because I know that my life is not in the hand of anybody else, but in the hand of God and me. And I get to decide how my life works out, how it turns out. It is not dependent on the people who like me or who don't like me. People who want me to fail or people who don't want me to fail. Ultimately, it's in my hands, because life and death is on the power of my tongue. If I choose to focus on the trash and the negativity, then I become the trash and the negativity. But if I choose, in spite of the trash and the negativity, I'm aware of it, but I don't focus on it. I focus on where I'm going, because I have a vision for my life. I know where I'm going. Then I ultimately become where I focus on and where I put my energy, which is exactly what I want to talk about today. I want to talk to those of you who feel people's energy. You feel overwhelmed easily. You're around negativity and you allow it to affect you. Perhaps you're an empath, or you're very super sensitive and you just feel people's energy, and you're around people who really don't like you, but you're trying so hard to get them to like you because you feel like it is their liking you that will help you get to your next level. I need you to stop it right now. Your next level is not connected to the people who don't like you. Quit trying to please people who will never be pleased. Quit changing yourself, killing yourself, beating yourself up over people who will never be happy. People who will always be miserable because they have chosen to be miserable. You have the power to change your life. Until you do, nothing else will. God can't help you if you don't help yourself. For the longest time, all I was doing was praying and fasting and hoping that things would change. Going to different churches, following different preachers or whatever. But my life was not changing. I was hearing the same message. Nothing was happening. Until I discovered the power of intention, the power of going within, transforming your own energy. The power is in our hands. It's in your hands. It's in your hands. So what you think about is what you become. If you're often worried about the problem and that's all you focus on, you feel sorry for yourself, you feel, oh my gosh, you feel like a victim. You will continue to attract circumstances, people, and situations in your life that will keep you in that mindset, in that vibration, and cause things to happen in your life that will reaffirm that belief, because that's what you've chosen to believe. So I just want to encourage you. It doesn't matter what they say. All right? You just focus on you. Then let me get back to the next point. This was the main thing I really wanted to address, aside from, the work from home situation, the book, which, by the way, you guys, once again, check the description box below. You'll find the link to order it. This is really going to help you guys. I poured in a lot into it. It is my guide, not anybody else's guide. It is what helped me. Even the link to the list of equipment you would need to get started. Perhaps you already have this equipment in your house and you don't even know how useful they are and how powerful they are. If you check that link that I have right there, it's an Amazon link that I created. You can purchase the appropriate equipment needed to start servicing from home. So the next thing I want to talk about, let's make sure we watch our breasts so our breasts are not coming out, you guys. Because I'm wearing this dress. I mean, y'all, I don't want to flash anybody. So I want to address something, y'all. I was going through the comments and I noticed a couple of comments. People were saying, oh, we're tired of hearing about the divorce. It's now old story and all that stuff. I deleted those comments, but I read them. And I wanted to address this issue. Number one, those people are miserable. People who want to make you shut up over something that transformed your life, that led to your transformation and brought joy into your life. Those people are unhappy. Because there's no way you can show gratitude for what you've been through. Gratitude to the one who brought you out of your difficult situation if you don't remember where you were before the breakthrough happened. Now, you're not talking about it from a place of resentment and hate. You're talking about it from a place of power and transformation and gratitude, knowing that you're no longer where you used to be. If the blessing hadn't found you, your life would have been destroyed, because the people who walked away from you, lied against you, who left you, they expected you to die. They expected your life to become chaotic, to be worse off, because they left. Because everybody wants to take credit for something. And in a lot of situations which relates to breakups, the person who's the one who walks away usually wants to take credit and say, oh yeah, it was because I was in their life, that's why they were like this. So now I'm out of their life, so they suck, nothing good is happening. Woohoo, I won. But baby, no. In my life, nothing can win. Nothing can take the glory. The victory is already mine in the name of the Lord. So the reason I talk about it is because that was a transformative moment in my life that changed everything for me. I cannot focus on the success of the present moment without thinking about what happened that brought me here. It's a humbling moment for me. It's a moment that grounds me. It makes me know that no matter what the challenge I'm currently facing right now, no matter what the difficulty may be in my life in this moment, I went through that. The God who saw me through that can and will see me through whatever it is I'm currently facing. Because life happens. Life happens. And sometimes we feel too weak to get up. We feel too depleted, y'all. Too frustrated and too heavy to get up and pick back up again. We just want to quit because things have gotten so difficult and we feel like this is the end. But when I remember what I went through during the divorce and the marriage and all of the betrayal and the hurt and everything that came with it, and right in the middle of it, it seemed impossible because I had nothing. But God brought me out of it. Through it all, I grew, I learned, my life transformed, my finances increased, my peace. I found peace within. I found healing within me. I stopped trying to go look for people outside of me to try to save me. I discovered that the Savior is actually within me. I found my joy, not in things outside of me, but within me. I found my connection to God, not in a God that is outside of me, but in the God that is within me. I found my strength and my beauty. So when I talk about it, it is because everything that I went through led to who I am today. It contributed to this free, amazing, joyful, happy, successful person that I am. I'm not even where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be. I want to go higher. And I talk about it also to help those of you who are like me, who are highly sensitive. You do everything you can in a situation thinking that it should be enough. You go above and beyond, but still it's not enough. Still you're getting beat down by people who should be lifting you up, people who should be nurturing you. I'm here to tell you that you should quit putting your energy into people and things that no longer serve you, that whose intent it is to bring you down and break you. You don't have to continue like that. You can never change anybody. Change yourself. So I'm talking about it because that's a moment for me that changed everything. It was painful and hurtful. I felt helpless. But then I discovered that the power to change my life is in me. I found my strength in my helplessness. I found faith, true faith, in the midst of the miry clay. So I'm going to talk about it. And for those of you who are upset that I often talk about it, you are miserable. You are miserable. Because true gratitude comes from remembering where I've been. Why does the Bible often encourages the children of Israel to remember how God delivered their ancestors from Egypt, how He led them through the Red Sea, how He parted the Red Sea, how He delivered them from their enemies? Why is it important for you to record the testimonies of the impossible situations that we were delivered from in the past? Why do we have to share our testimonies? Because it reminds us that no matter what we face in the future, no matter what rises up against us, greater is He who is in us and with us and for us than He who is against us. It brings us to a place of gratitude and power. It grounds us in the one who created us, who is our very foundation. I don't know about you, but I remember what God has done for me. And each time I remember it, it gives me gratitude. And gratitude is the energy of what? Abundance. So when I'm feeling like my needs are not being met and I'm feeling frustrated, when I think about the time when I didn't have the things that I have right now, the times when it felt like life was impossible, there was so much darkness, there's no way light could come out of this. But light came. It did. So for me, it is not me trying to put anybody down or trying to gain attention or whatever you're thinking. It is me saying, I remember where I came from. And I know that there are people currently going through the same thing. I want to save them the heartache, the time, and the pain. Baby, it is not your place to try to heal somebody. You're not. You just heal yourself. Work on you. Focus on you. Get better. Anybody around you who doesn't want to get better, quit feeding your energy to somebody who loves getting sick, who loves depleting you. Don't do that. If they say they want to leave you and walk away from you and they're telling you your life is over when they leave you, they are not God. They are not God. Give them the kiss of goodbye and you focus on healing. Focus on getting better for you. And if you have children, for you and your children. Because that's what I did. That's what I did. And that's why I'm here. My message is not a message of brokenness. That's what a lot of people would have loved. Because misery loves company. But I don't like being miserable. Even in the middle of the struggle, I said I was going to come out of it. I have faith God's going to get me out of it. It sounded foolish because I had nothing. But God did get me out of it. Because I was speaking the word and declaring it and saying it and standing in front of thousands of people who were watching me. God had no choice but to come through for me. And being in a place where I am right now, making my own money, y'all. I'm not reliant on YouTube. There was a lot of people who were so jealous that some of you guys would send me money through PayPal and Cash App. And I talked about it too. And I would be grateful and thank you guys for it. Some people didn't like that. They are still where they were, suffering, miserable. But I'm rising, I'm shining. Why? Why? It's because I'm focused, number one. And number two is because I don't want to be down. There is no joy in being miserable. There is no joy in being miserable and putting people down. I don't waste my time in putting people down. I want to lift people up. That's why God's going to continue to bless me. I want to elevate people. I want to be a blessing. I want to be the reason somebody gains faith. Because each and every one of us, we have a seed of faith on the inside of us. But if we don't build it, it's not going to do us any good. So I want to be a reason somebody builds their faith. And when I talk about my experiences, I'm saying it because I remember what God did for me. And I know I didn't do it by myself. Because if it was by myself, y'all, I had already given up. But I kept saying, no, my life will not end here. Greater is he who is in me. Good things are coming. It may seem like my prayers are not being answered, but I know God has something greater for me in the midst of the negativity and all the things that were being said to me where I was. So yes, for the rest of my life, I will remember what God has done for me. I remember where I was, where the change happened. I will always talk about it. So for those of you who are not happy, who don't want to hear me talk about it anymore, then you can leave. Nobody's forcing you to be on this channel. And for those of you who are thinking that your life is over because the people who used to help you have left, baby, your life is not over. Those people, their time in your life is expired. God is about to replace them with something even greater. He did it for me. He did it for me. The Bible says all things are working together for the good of them who love the Lord. So it's all working together in your good and in your favor. So there's something I want to tell you guys before I want to read. I have two things that I wrote. The first one I want to read to you guys is, I wrote this one on June 20th, y'all. I'm telling you, what was going on in my mind at that time was, I found myself comparing myself to other people. I was like, why am I comparing myself to other people? Like, I'm not other people. My story is different from other people's story. I know where I've been and what God has seen me through. So I don't want to become superficial and disconnect myself from my roots and start like focusing on the outside, exterior, trying to be like somebody else. I don't want to be like somebody else, but we can get distracted if we're not careful. That's why we need to be very careful and aware of where our mind is taking us and bring ourselves back to our center. So on June 20th, here's what I wrote down. I said, my story is not everybody's story. Remembering the road that brought me to the present keeps me humble and focused. My journey helps me stay grounded in the one who delivered me from the pain of my history. Now, living in abundance, not to compare myself with others, but to be grateful for the blessing. And always remember that nothing is impossible for me with God. And it's not about others and their journey or what they have, but about me and my journey and how God turned what was meant for evil for my good. If I allowed myself to get lost in somebody else's story, I lose sight and focus and get thrown off balance in the gallows of jealousy and envy of others. And my goal is not to be like anyone, but to be the best version of who I was created to be each day. It's so good to remember how far I have come and what truly matters. My faith in God who never fails, and my happiness rooted in his promise to never leave me nor forsake me. I'm not alone, and there's nothing anyone else has that is not available to me. Joy cannot be bought, and that joy, I believe, is rooted in our proximity and acknowledgement of God and sharing of God's love with others. This is what I told myself, y'all. Because if we're not careful, after God has delivered us from all the troubles and pains and everything that we went through, and we're now in a comfortable place where things are working out. Now in this place, if we are not careful, we allow ourselves to start comparing our lives to other people. Oh, what they have, what we don't have, you know, what they have that we need and who they think they are. You're just comparing ourselves over foolish things, which then moves us away from the source of our peace and our provision. And I don't want that. I don't want to get it twisted, baby. I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be the best version of who God created me to be. And I don't want nobody projecting other people on me. I reject it. I reject it. If other people want to stop talking about it, I'm going to talk about it from a place of power, not a place of resentment or fear or shame or frustration. No, I'm talking about it because I'm remembering what God has done. I remember how painful it was. And I remember where I am now. And I'm grateful. It keeps me grounded. And knowing this, whatever challenge I'm currently facing stands no chance. Because if he did it for me before, he'll do it again. All right? Now here's what I wrote today. This was in response. My thought was just going, in response to reading those comments from those like very sad people. When they said it's old news, they are unhappy and easily forget what God has done for them. If you can't have gratitude, you can't be happy. And gratitude comes from remembering where you were, that God delivered you from, and where you now are, that you used to pray to be. So you can't have gratitude for the things you currently have if you don't remember where you used to be. So my story and what I overcame is what pushed me to make changes and find God within me. Every time I talk about my progress, I will always remember how it came about. It's not their story, it's mine. And my story defines me and helps me find gratitude in the one who gave me strength to overcome. It is my story that has given me authority to speak life into people who are currently in my shoes, the shoes I used to be. People who feel like failures when things are not working out. When they experience a failed relationship, or when they are ashamed for speaking their truth or picked on by others and they feel helpless. I've been through it. I've been there. I've conquered, and my victory is not just for me. It's also for those people who are currently going through the same thing that I went through. It is for all. And how can others know where my glow and confidence come from if they don't know what I had to fight to get it? How can people know where my beauty, my joy, my confidence comes from if I don't tell my story? And if I can do it, so can they. So devil, I'm speaking to these devils now who are out there. Get thee behind me, Satan. You are a liar and a bastard. You can't silence my voice. My divorce and suffering in the marriage and past are the battles that gave me the right and freedom to live the life I love and qualified me as a master in my own story. All right? So get thee behind me, Satan. The Lord rebuke you. So I will talk about it because I have earned my stripes. And there are people currently who would hear it and know that if I can do it, so can they. And that's it, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here today. I hope this video touched some of you. I feel like it has, because even while talking about it, I feel something going on the inside of me. So thank y'all so much for watching today. You guys are awesome and amazing. Once again, you guys, for those of you looking to work from home, you've been having questions for me, I'm looking forward to you getting this ebook. It's going to help you. The link is in the description box below. Check it out. Now, there are different ways you guys can work with me. I have one-on-one sessions. Like I say, if it's relating to this starting from home and getting set up, it's going to cost you $500 for 30 minutes for me to give you everything you need and get you started. So why not get the ebook? Get the ebook so you can help yourself, right? So thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys again. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you subscribe, you like, you come back for more. I appreciate every one of you. I hope you have a great day today, and happy 4th to all of you. Thank you so much. Bye, wonderful, amazing, sweet, and lovely people. I'll see you all later. Bye.